Meet my niece, Kiri, a sock fanatic. One day I offered to knit a pair of socks just for her, and she was happy. But there was a catch. She had to dye the wool for them. She was suddenly not that happy. She'd never done anything like that before. She's a good sport, though, and she took my counter full of stuff, and off we went into an adventure. Follow along and learn to use Kool-Aid to permanently and safely dye yarn. And in order to use Kool-Aid or other food coloring, the yarn has to be natural fiber, wool or wool blend. Acrylic yarns won't accept the dye. Kiri and I used a sock blank from Knit Picks, a length of already knitted sock weight wool yarn, which makes it easier to play with color. Besides this, we need white vinegar, plastic wrap, some small plastic or glass containers, latex or nitrile gloves, and Kool-Aid, the sort you need to add sugar to. Finally, access to a microwave oven. Step 1. Soak the yarn in about 4 cups of water and a 1/4 cup of vinegar to help set the color. Give it at least 15 minutes in the water. Kool-Aid already has citric acid in it, so you don't have to soak it in the vinegar water, but it helps to keep the color uniform. Step 2. While the yarn is soaking, mix up the Kool-Aid. 1 package to about 3/4 cup of water. Mix well. Step 4. Have fun. Kiri chose to make orange and purple stripes. She got better as she went along. It's easy. Notice that she didn't let the colored stripes get too close together. She has a bit of a white stripe between them where the undyed yarn shows through. But blending the colors together can also look good. Step 5. Cover the wool with more plastic wrap and roll the whole thing up into a jelly roll. Be sure to make the plastic wrap as watertight as you can to keep the dye from bleeding and mixing where you don't want it. Step 6. Microwave the bundle on high for 2 minutes and check to see if the water is clear. If not, give it another minute. When the water in the bundle is clear, that means that the yarn has taken up all the dye. Let the whole thing cool down to room temperature. That could take an hour or more. Step 7. Unwrap the bundle and rinse gently using a little dishwashing soap until the rinse water runs clear. Step 8. Wrap the yarn in a towel and press out as much water as you can. Step 9. Hang the yarn over a chair or something to dry. Step 10. Knit, or get your crazy aunt to knit, a pair of socks from your uniquely dyed yarn. The socks will smell good for quite a while, and the color will remain fast as long as the color in commercially dyed yarn does.